is a little bit less than 1 week before we go to the Nürburgring, and we need to change brake pads. And this we're gonna do today. We will open the brake fluid that doesn't go over, leave the car, put the wheels down, and then we'll replace the brake pads. The driver's side wheel is down, and now we can start with remove the brake pads out. It's just a simple. We will remove the pins, put the brake pads out, check a little bit also that is everything in Ordnung, check the oil that it doesn't go out, put new brake pads inside, and the wheel can go back. Easy job, easy done, big performance, big upgrade. Before we hit the Nürburgring, let's talk about why upgrading your brake pads is essential for high performance driving. When you are driving at the high speeds or pushing your car on the track, your brakes works a lot harder than they do on the street. These generate extreme heat, so much as you can see here, brake discs can actually start glowing red hot. Standard road brake pads are designed for everyday driving. They work well at low temperatures, provide quiet operation, and last long time. But when you push them too hard, like during repeated hard braking at the high speed, they can overheat and lose effectiveness. This is called brake fade. And when this happens, your stopping power drops dramatically, which can be really dangerous. Performance brake pads, on the other hand, are made with materials that can handle higher temperatures without fading. They provide better stopping power, more consistent braking, and they are built to stand extreme heat generated during the consistent driving on a track days. So, if you are planning to drive fast whenever is this Nürburgring or any other demanding road, upgrade your brake pad is a must. It's not about performance, it's about safety. At this point, I need to remove the pins that I can remove the brake pads. I a little bit move with the hand the brake pads together inside in the pistons so that I have already space and that I can have more confident and more open the brake pads already. And when I remove the inside brake pads, I come to the sensor. This sensor is made that when start touching the disc, here you can see that was almost to the disc. When this come in the contact to the disc, your car show you the light that you need to replace the brake pads. And this is a simple method, is just cutting the wire, how come together. Now the wire is connected together inside in this sensor, and when the sensor touch the disc, is actually disconnect the wire, if we can say like this, and your car thinks that or knows that you need to replace your brake pads. So I decided to remove pretty easy out, that I can put in a new brake pad inside, and that I will have this feature also for the later. And later you will also see uh, how different is in a brake pads compound, how high it is. So here I remove the sensor in a really easy way. and was then on the end I keep it also the one small spring inside that I can really install like it's an original back inside. After this, I decide to put with the brake pads. The caliper is 4 pistons, so it's a little bit funny to put the all pistons inside. Always be careful how is the oil on the top that in the reservoir doesn't go over. So I put it like this. I go to look, so was okay. And on the end, I decide to put to help myself with the tools. Then come a time that I can insert the brake pads inside. Here you see that the pistons was not 100% pushed inside, which was just a few millimeters. So this was not a big task, was just a little bit with hand pushing together and make sure that the brake pads have a little bit play, that they can go up and down and that they work smoothly, not that they are stuck inside in the caliper, especially when we replace the brake pads for new. Here I insert also the sensor inside, and here you can see it how sensor have a lot of place before come to the disk that would come to the point that I need to replace the brake pads. So this was a really good idea and really good time that I did this. And of course, was also the necessarily from the perspective of the performance which we needed. At this point, I clean already the pins. Like you can see, they are more shiny. I decide that I will show later how I clean it on the other side. So, in a simple way, insert the pins inside. Pins have a small spring on the end, so that doesn't jump out. And you simple just with the hammer push the pins back inside and look that it's everything in a perfect way. Check again the cables and that the pins are 100% inside. And like this, we are ready to go. On the right side, I want to show a little bit more how I did it. So with the cleaning, here I have a small brush, the metal brush, which I was using that I can really come inside where the brake dust is. Of course, we need to be careful that we don't damage the protection gummies inside, so the dust gummies that the dust doesn't go in also later in the pistons. But we need to clean so much that the brake pads can really smooth going out and in, and that is that the brake pads can really move normally because during the driving the dust always getting more and more inside. And here you see that the brake pads now getting really smooth out and in. And now we will start with inserting the pins. First, I go with the lower one because was for me a little bit easier, and then I start with the upper one and I just hammer it inside. And like this, we change brake pads in the front on both calipers, and the car is ready now with performance brake pads. And can't wait on a nice Sunday that I will go again to the Nürburgring and do some laps. It's really exciting. It's not the same like on a sim racing, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Cannot wait, and yeah, I'm happy. Probably will be with the winter tires because the time is now like this, and for me it's important that just do 2-3 laps and that I'm happy, and that's all.
Thank you guys. I appreciate for everything, for subscribe, for every comment what you put, for everything. And don't forget it. I have also the subscription, and you can subscribe. Will really help me. I will really appreciate, and it's go all on a project that we do more on a car, that we do more things with the car, driving, go on a track days maybe this year and things like this. So stay tuned, and maybe we do this week something more before I go. So let's see. Thank you. See you the next time.